Happy Sunday, guys. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please raise your hands, and if you're old, welcome. So, it's Sunday. I have church. I have about 30 minutes to get ready. The person picking me up is coming at 8:30 and it's currently 7:58. So, let's get ready because I have to do my skincare and do what I have to do. I don't think I'm going to eat. I don't think I'm going to eat because there's no time. So let's just get ready. And I hope you are all going to church. I hope you are all doing well. So yeah.
So many of us, God will ask us to do things and you keep waiting for the perfect opportunity. You keep waiting for the time where everything in life is perfect. You know, there's no grief, there's no wahala. You're just like, okay, finally, everything is good and I can begin. And sadly, that perfect time has not shown up. So what then I realize is maybe God wants to perfect himself in the imperfection. Emotions make such awful gods because even though they are real and they are valid in telling us that maybe something is a little bit wrong with your soul, right? They shouldn't govern your life. So I had to realize that, yes, I don't feel like it, but I might have to drag my feet to obey God. I might have to pick myself up in the morning and say, Maz, you're getting up right now. So I've learned something so important is that you don't want what God wants from your life more than God. I didn't want this podcast more than God wanted this podcast. That very thing God is asking you to do, he wants it more than you. So never protect what God is trying to build through your life at the expense of your soul. Don't lose your soul and be like, oh God, but you told me that you're going to do this thing. So I don't care if I don't have peace. I don't care if I'm emotionally and spiritually I'm not okay. And then you lose your soul at the expense of trying to obey God. When God wants you to honor the promises that he's given you and obey, right? He's never going to tell you to lose your soul as a result. Your soul is more important. And if God wants to do something, let God do it. Get out of his way. You don't need to help God. God alone will help himself. You know, a promise from God has to be a promise with God. The moment you take God out of that promise, you will have to do it in your own will, and then the striving and the exhaustion will come. The mistake we make is that we take over the promise like we gave it to ourselves. So God, this thing that you've asked me to do, I'm going to take over now and you'll see what I will do, right? But that's not the way to partner with God. I think now I find myself in a season of transition where I haven't fully arrived into the new place where I feel like I'm supposed to be, right? But I'm still on a journey because it's been a lot mentally and physically, and transitions, why they're so difficult is because you're not where you used to be, but you're not where God has told you you will be. So that middle place is just like a tug of war in the middle. Sometimes like we speak about fear, like fear is just this like thing that happens. Fear is a spirit. And what had been happening to me recently is that I had come face to face with fear as a physical presence in my life that was blurring my vision, stopping me from seeing the truth that actually God had gone ahead of me and he had prepared me for this new season I was going into. Sometimes transition just feels like the tools you had last season, you know, the t-shirt you could wear in summer, you can't wear it anymore. So you need brand new equipment. You need brand new clothes. And fear will tell you that you don't have what you need. Maybe God hasn't prepared you for this place, but actually I had to rely on the voice of God and have faith that I had everything I need. So I don't know who needs to hear this. You have everything you need for where God is taking you. You see, the enemy cannot disqualify you from the race God has marked out for you.